Yeah, yeah, I'm back at it. Let's go, y'all. Wait for some more people to pop in. We got 500 subscribers now. That's not a lot, but I cheers all 500 of y'all. Let's pop in. Yeah, let's pop in. Let's pop in. Yeah. Let's pop in. Yeah. 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 Yeah, what's going on, y'all? It's James Mack. I'm back. I know it's been a while. I said to myself, you know what, Mac, you can't give up on the people. The people looking for you got a message for the people. You can't give up on the people. You go through trials, you go through tribulations, you go through hard times, but the people is looking for you. You may have a talent or you may have something that you don't even know you got, and the people is looking for you. So I want to apologize to the people. We got 500 subscribers now. That's a lot to me, because that's 500 people that believe in the kid, believe that we bringing a message, believe that we're doing something. So before we get this started, because I'm gonna go in tonight. I promised myself that, hey, if you're gonna take this thing serious, you got to start streaming, you got to start posting, you got to start doing all these things every single day, right? So for the next 2 weeks, I'm vowing to myself to do a live every day, because if you're gonna get it popping, you got to believe in yourself, and we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. It's gonna get deep. It's gonna get real deep. So I want y'all to sit back. Before we get popping off, we're gonna pay the bills, of course. If you need help with your business, if you're struggling with your business, shout out to the brother that brought a counseling session just last week, and we did a one-on-one, and I'm gonna have him on the show probably Friday, just to let you know that it's real. Not just telling you to log in. I got over 15 years of retail experience, business experience, everything you could think of. I can tell you when to give up and when not to give up. For real, like that. So me, myself, I don't think there's nobody better that can give somebody that's starting in the business. If you're advanced, then we on the same level, but we can share things. But if you're beginning your business or you're looking to start a business, no matter what businesses is, because what you have to understand is the business fundamentals. What steps do you need? It's a daunting task. Everybody thinks it's so hard to start this and start that. Well, when you have the knowledge and you know the steps, I can go and start a restaurant. I can go and start a bar. I can go and start whatever I want to in a matter of a month or a month or two, because I know the steps, right? So I want to help you with the steps. So I want you to go to prosperwithjamesmack.com. The reason why I called it prosperwithjamesmack.com is because I wanted you to prosper along with me. I'm going to prosper, but it still doesn't mean we don't have trials and tribulations, right? That we don't go through things. You feel me? And we don't feel like giving up, because it's been times just even recently when I'm like, you know what? Things ain't going right. We had to move the store, all this and that. You know what? I'm so tired of going through the motions. I just want to clean my hands. But you can't do that when God got grace on your life. You can't do that when you got a mission. You can't do that when that light keep beaming on you, right? The same way it do you. So hold tight. We're gonna get into this here. I want you to go ahead and check this little small video out, and then we're gonna get right to it, because I'm gonna preach tonight for real. And like I said, I'm gonna do some preaching tonight, so we're gonna get it in. And like I said, I want to shout out to the brother. We're gonna get him on the show. That brother took the initiative, and this was just recently. We had other people that logged in, but that brother, I really feel something special because he's starting in the business. He already knew about the jury business, and he said, "Let me get with James Mack and learn a little bit more." So I gave him extra, and we got a call, and I'm gonna get him on a podcast too, so you can see real results. But anyway, I'm not here to sell you. I'm here to tell you, don't give up. You know what I mean? First of all, let's start with the journey. It's a journey for all of us out there, right? The journey wasn't never meant to be perfect. It wasn't never meant to be a journey that was easy, right? I've heard stories about people, going to school and college and carrying on and working, a full-time job and going to school full-time. I'm out in Miami right now, okay? And in Miami, you see people literally, and this is not a figure of speech, literally people getting off the boat, literally people jumping off the boat in Miami, in Miami Beach and the Keys and different things like that, coming from Haiti, Cuba, as they call it, all these different places. And you see these people, jump right into action, man. They not wasting no time. They hungry. They jump right into action with Uber Eats. They jump right into action with the Uber Eats or the app gigs. They jump right into action at the restaurants. A lot of my Latin people can't even speak English at all. They just took that chance. They got on that boat. We see a boat just sunk the other day, with brothers trying to leave Africa to go to Italy. And that was not on the news. They really didn't talk about that because they were so infatuated with the millionaire guys that went down to see the Titanic, right? But it was a whole boat of refugees that tried to go to Italy and it sunk. And so far, the research I have done, they only recovered a couple bodies, right? Why am I telling you this? I see a lot of people taking for granted that we're in America, that we're here, right? Yeah, it's hard. It's very hard. It's very competitive. But you got people risking their life every day to get here to America. You know what I mean? You got people risking their life, running across the border, swimming in the ocean. You feel me? All type of different measures to get here to Arizona, Miami, Chicago, wherever they're going with the thought that I can come up, and a lot of them are coming up, and it's a threat to you. It's a direct threat to you that's in the inner cities, and I don't have to say no race because it's all type of races, but you know who I'm talking about. It's a direct threat to you because you're sitting around and you're not doing anything. You're on social media all day. And while you're on social media, they're starting construction companies, right? They're starting home improvement companies, right? You see them working on houses. You might even call them to work on your house. While you on social media, they're working on your house, getting money Shout out to my guys that do construction for me at my properties. These guys put a roof on in one day. That was $10,000. They made $10,000. 5 of them made $10,000 in one day. One couple guys ripped the roof off. Couple guys put the roof back on. All together, they cleaned it up. They made $10,000 in one day. They started at 5 in the morning and ended around 9 at night. Let's wake up. You know, I'm gonna keep going because I'm not, you know, I'm just getting back into it. You know, I'm gonna give you the Mac files, believe that. But I want to start with something that's really meaningful. You know, something that's really meaningful. When I say giving up is easy, and I felt like giving up and it's easy to hate. You know, it's hard not to hate, and that's what I meant. You know, you see other people doing their thing. You know, the first thing that comes to a lot of our mind, because you have to, it's a spirit, and you have to get into your inner self and rebuke that. You got to fight that spirit, right, of hating, right? Because things ain't working out for you. I see other jewelers. I see, let's just talk about some of the things where I have to practice not hating. I'm looking around. I'm a black-owned jeweler here in Miami and in Charlotte, North Carolina, and worldwide real soon, trust me. And, you know, I see guys wearing Van Cleef bracelets. You know, Van Cleef is the little, you know, lucky flower, you know, bracelets. Particularly, they were for women. You know, that was women's jewelry, but that was jewelry that was styled and manufactured all the way since 1960 and up. You know, it's the lucky flower and everything. But, you know, I'm wondering to myself, you know, all these rappers and everybody will they will go crazy over a woman's bracelet or a woman's necklace, Van Cleef, right? But they will not shop or will not go to a black jeweler and have them create something for you. What is wrong with y'all, man? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Now, is that hating if I say, why would y'all go out and support this family of Van Cleef, help their family over generations come up, right? Wear a woman's bracelet and a woman's necklace, right? But not shop with your own brothers, not support your own brothers. So I have to give credit to where credit is due. Shout out to Charleston White, because so far Charleston White is the only self-made star. He the only self-made star I seen, you know, directly go to find a black jeweler to do his jewelry. And he's the most silliest, ignorantest man on the web right now, right? But he have enough sense to go and find a black jeweler and say, make my piece, right? I seen Floyd Mayweather just the other day. I was able to talk to him, give him my card. I'm like, Floyd, you know, we need you down here, man. It's a couple black jewelers down here in Miami. We need your help, brother. He only shot with the best. You know, that was the response. He only shot with the best. You know, I seen DJ Khaled at the golf course. Told him I'm making watches. I'm doing my thing, bro. Can I make you one? He only mess with Rolex. He only mess with high-end watches right now. What is wrong with these people? You know, what is wrong? But is that hating though? You know, that's the whole thing, because I know I'm gonna make it. You know you're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. So is it hating? But deep down inside, I have to fight that temptation to hate, right? I have to say, you know what I mean? I have to say, like you said, you know, if you don't believe in us, then I have to show you. So that's what I left off and said, you know what? Don't worry about it, Khaled. I'm going to show you. You will hear about James Mack. And hopefully when you do, you will take some of those funds from the Rolex family, because it's only valuable if we make it valuable. So we'll take some of those funds from the Rolex family, which is a non-profit company that's in Switzerland, not even United States, and we'll put some over to a black brand, James Mack, you know, or brand you got out there, because we have to start getting into the luxury space too. You know, recently I was on a trip out to Las Vegas because we finally got a chance to do some amazing things, right? So we were displaying our jewelry and everything next to Simone Smith. That's LL Cool J wife. Shout out to them. And one of the brothers, Thomas, who's a representative of him, he asked me a deep question. When he looked at my jury case, he said, "Who are you? I don't know who you are. You got watches, you got chains, you got earrings, you got rings. I don't know who you are." And I'm like kind of taken back, like, what do you mean you don't know who I am? I'm James Mack. But let me tell you who I am. I'm a jeweler. I have a jewelry store. But when I I kind of took it personal, because I'm like, wait, I worked so hard to become who I am, but somebody that asked me, who am I? Because they couldn't really tell my identity. And that kind of messed me up. I had circled back to him and kind of was like, can you explain that to me? And then what he said to me, he said, you need to go get this book called The Blue Ocean Theory. So everybody out there trying to be something on this internet, or trying to be something in this fashion world, or trying to be something in this construction world, you want to drive trucks, you want to do whatever you want to do, you need to read The Blue Ocean Theory. Because when he gave me the book, it started to break down the miscalculations of what I'm doing when it comes to who am I? Am I a men's jeweler? Am I a women's jeweler? Do I make watches? What am I doing? And when you look at some of the bigger brands, this was the question I had for him. When you look at some of the bigger brands, you go in Louis Vuitton, they have purses, clothes, shoes, jewelry, watches, everything. So why are they be able to do it and we're not? But I understood that we support them. We'll buy whatever Louis Vuitton put out there. We'll buy whatever Gucci put out there, no matter what they put out there. So they don't have to build their story. They don't have to say who they are. They can capitalize on whatever part of the market is booming right now. They can capitalize on it. You understand? Let me move on, because I'll get stuck on that, but I want you to ask yourself, I want you to look in the mirror tonight and ask yourself one question. Who are you? You're on the internet every day. You're looking at Facebook. You're looking at Instagram. I do too. But who are you? Right? The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan asked that question a long time ago. I ain't know. And I'm still struggling to find out who I am. But I know who I am. But that's the deepest question in the world. I want to speak on sticking to one thing. Because somebody, it was a debate. I was having a debate with somebody about sticking to one thing. Because I'm like, you know what? I'm about to go like drive some trucks or something. I want to make some fast money. I'm about to just be a YouTube star or something like that. And while all those things is possible, the person was like, look, man, you've been in the jewelry business for almost 15 years now. Yes, nobody knows your name. You're not a household name yet. Nobody knows James Mack yet, like they know Michael Kors or David Urim. But they will, right? And you're almost at that point, right? So why would you give up now, right? Things are getting hard. Things got hard. We made it through that. We made it through the break-in. We made it through this. We made it through the break-ins a long time ago. You got to keep going, because if you look at any success story, the breakthrough or that time where it really paid off is when you was at your low, maybe not at your lowest, but when you thought things wasn't really working out and you was about to, give up and go do something else. As soon as you go do something else, that may not even work out. You feel me? So that's where people start just keep doing things, whatever they could find things. And sometimes you have to find yourself. You have to learn yourself. You have to say, I tried this, and this, and none of that worked. So I'm going to stick to this. For me, I made the decision that I was going to get into this jewelry space a while back, because I didn't see any black people in the jewelry space. It was all different races. Let me just say that, right? It was all different races, but no black representation. I wanted to put a mark with the black representation, right? And that's what we're trying to do. And that's what I want you to do. That's what I want you to think about. What one thing can you be a master in? What one thing can you do every day and become? I'm not talking about taking no pictures on Instagram. I'm not talking about taking no pictures on no Instagram. I'm not talking about being no model. I'm not talking about being no influencer, because that's a thing of the past. I'm telling you right now, all that influencer stuff and all that getting naked, baby girl, guess what? They getting ready to have, they already got AI. So they can make the coldest bodies. They can make you visualize anything in the world they want you to visualize in. And now they even have the influencers. So in a minute, they're not going to have to pay you. See all the money already going down on Instagram, on Facebook. Any money that was being made is now crumbs. You know, I don't care about no million views. I don't care about no million subscribers, because half the time we all know that's not even real. That's not real. You can buy that. You can buy a million subscribers for, I think, like $500, right? And they'll put them on there slowly but surely. So don't tell me about I got no million subscribers and all this here. Who are you? You feel me? Who are you? Because after we turn that off, or if you lose that phone, or you can't get back into your IG, then you well, we know what you is at that point. But I'm still here to tell you, don't give up, you know, because you have to have something tangible. Like I tell people all the time, listen, we have to get back in school. You know, we have to get back in school. I got back in school to get another degree in the jewelry industry, because I seen what I started running up against is when I would present my designs and when I would show people my light, they condemn it by saying, well, where did you get educated? Where did you get the education? Where did you learn how to design this? What design software do you use? How do you manufacture this? And I would, you know, start stumbling like, well, you know, it was easy for them just to dismiss the things that I was saying. Right. So I got back in school. You know, I got a degree with the diamonds. I got a degree or a certificate with the designing the jewelry, you know, through Matrix. You know, I can't give you too much information because I want you to tap in on that. But you need to get back in school and get some education, because that's the difference between those races or those cultures that you see balling and you see with the big houses. That's the difference between gentrification right now. That's why they're able to come in and buy up the whole neighborhood, is because they have solid income, because they have education in things that they don't even have jobs in. The job is something totally different than what they have the degree in, but because they have the degree, they got the job, right? And because you don't have a degree, you don't even qualify, right? You're not qualified. We are not qualified these days. We have to get qualified. And I'm just telling you how it is. You know, find you one thing. I don't care what, I do care what it is. Make sure it's going to make sense. You know, one of the biggest things right now, all those intellectual jobs, artificial intelligence is going to wipe out a whole lot of jobs. This is the revolution, you know, and I'm speaking straight to you through this internet right now. I'm feeling it. You know, the AI is going to wipe out a lot of jobs that people have been depending on. So it's going to change the demographics and the dynamics of who getting money in the next 5 years. The people that was able to get money on the internet and on these computers and stuff like that, you can do everything with certain AI programs now. You can do everything with certain AI programs. The money is the people that's going to have to use their hands, the builders, right? The builders, the growers, the farmers. Okay, that's the things that we need to focus on right now. You need to focus on farming. You need to focus on getting degrees in manufacturing and different things like this, because that's going to be the difference. Baby girl or baby boy, if you still working at these restaurants or you still working at these fast food places, that's a thing of the past. You're going to be so poor in 3 to 5 years because they're not going to need you. You can walk into any store right now and half of the store is on automation. You go to check out, it only take one person to check out everybody. All they have to do is walk around to each one of the things. Think about that. I'm gonna move on. Stick to one thing. This is something that I battle with myself. Okay, this is something that I battle with myself, and you know, it's a real personal thing, right? Do not hate another person's success, right? Do not hate another person's success. Okay? Do not hate another person's success. What do you mean by that? It make it so easy for us to do that nowadays on the internet. You turn on your Facebook or your Instagram or your TikTok or whatever, you see everybody doing the most, turning up, boats and yachts, business gurus, people that's making all this, supposedly making all this money, right? Facebook preachers, YouTube preachers, wealth gurus, business gurus, people that done made it, Wallow, Gilly, Kodak Black, Yeezy, you name it. Everything looks good, right? We cannot hate on their success. We don't know what their story was. We see a little bit of what Yeezy done went through, right? Because he was a designer. You know, he knows what the fashion is. He know what they want. You right? But they take advantage of that. You know, but sometimes I look and I'm like, man, I can go harder than Yeezy. But I don't know what Yeezy went through. I only seen certain things. All right. I'm thinking, you know what? I can go better than that person. Hey, why y'all ain't coming to me to buy no jewelry? Why y'all ain't shopping with me? Check my stuff out. But I'm going to tell you one thing, and this is the key, and this is the factor that makes the difference when I say do not hate another person's success. Your time is going to come, right? Your time is going to come. When it's your time, as long as you keep doing that thing, you stay locked in on one thing, right? Your time is going to come. You know, you ever get those chill bumps when you watching a race or you watching a basketball game or a football game and somebody make that play or chick running, you know, and bust down the world record or something like that, or somebody singing and just get a round of applause. You get that thing in your back and you're like, man, that's greatness. We have to be focused on greatness, right? Or you scrolling through internet or Instagram and you just see this one thing or this one person playing a violin or this one person playing a piano and you like, man, that's crazy. Or the little white kid that can make the songs and he only like 5 years old. He can make whole songs by himself now. That's greatness. But you got greatness in you, right? You have greatness in you. But I'm gonna tell you something, and this is what I'm about to tell you is this is real right here. This right here, this ain't gonna get you nowhere. This right here is not gonna get you nowhere. You know, and I'm gonna get back to that. Do not hate on another person's success. You can succeed. You know, stay off the internet and dig in. Get under the hood. Find out who you are. Find out what you like to do. I personally wanted to be a scientist. Personally, I was in the hood and I had dreams and aspirations of being an astronaut. True story, you know. But the hood and my environment played a big role on why I am today. Because when I look at NASA and I look on TV and I see all those white people and Chinese people, I get a little upset because I knew I should be there, right? I knew I should be working in the NASA spot, you know, monitoring, doing something, right? Because that's what I wanted to do. But my environment, which made me who I am today, you know, it was a different environment up north, right? It's hustle, grind, grit, right? It's not education focused, alumni, you know, alta mater, you know, all the different, you know, this type of thinking, right? You see your parents and their parents' friend, they're alumni of this prestigious Howard University or something like that, or MIT or something like that. Nah, most of the people that I, rotate around with good people, but we just was in a bad environment. So I'm telling you right now, just like those people crossing the border right now, just like those people, somebody swimming right now trying to get to the shore, somebody planning a trip right now trying to get over here to take advantage of this freedom, right? Because when you travel, and that's another thing, what I want y'all to do, I want y'all to, as much as you can, I know, shout out and love to the people on child support that can't get their passport. I feel sorry for y'all, brothers. It's a way around it, though. It's a loophole for $5,000. And we'll get into that, but get your passport, because when you go to these other countries, you see that, man, they not really able to really take off the way we taking it off. It's a cap and a limit to how they can take off. You know, here in America, you do have some opportunities that other people don't got. When you feel down and you feel sad and you feel bad, you must remember that you're still richer and you're still in a better position than 75% of the world, right? 75% of the world. You know what I mean? Africa, people say going back to Africa, that's cool. I got people in Cape Town right now. We're going to see, but these people, lights go off at like 11 at night. Load chilling. You know what I'm saying? All the electric go off. You know what I mean? Unless you don't pay your bill, unless your parents or something don't pay your bill, then you don't have to worry about that. You could be up all night doing lives, streaming, doing whatever. People in China is making millions of dollars streaming 24/7 right now. That's what they're doing. We not even tapped in because we're not even on that network. But they're streaming all day long. So I said to myself when I seen that, I said, you know what? These people are making millions of dollars streaming. They just doing exactly what I'm doing right now, just talking. They're just talking, you know what I'm saying? And they're making millions. You know what? I'm gonna stop playing. Because after I get done designing jewelry and making jewelry and doing whatever I need to do around here or in Charlotte, I'm streaming. Because people out there wants to see and hear from us. They want to see and hear from us. When I go places around the world and I talk to people, they're interested. They're like, well, you know, everything we see on TV is just dudes with their pants sagging or violence or guns. The image that they show of the African American male is really bad. And that's around the world. We have to change that. And we have the power to change it right here. So I want you to turn up too. Turn your cameras on. If we're watching people every day on the gram, if we're doing this every day, man, we have the power. You got the power right in your phone to change your situation. Now, I just said, don't worry about being no influencer and all that. But what I'm saying is you could still go about chasing a degree, chasing a good job, doing something productive and have your camera on, because that's some residual income and you're showing your legacy. You can go back in my YouTube videos and all that and see where I came from. And I'm going to tell you where I'm going. I want to touch on something else that's real important. This is very important. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chats too. I see y'all, man. That's love. Girls will come. And ladies, men will come. What do you mean by that, J Mac? What do you mean by girls will come and men will come, right? What do you mean by that? Because this is all we seeing on the web right now, right? And they play tricks on your mind because we hunters, right? We go after women. We hunters. We lions. We have animalistic behaviors, right? So all they're doing is they're just corrupting our mind with sex every day, right? And you see them models on there and you just like, man, I need to have one of those. I want one of those. I mean, then you see them in public and you like, man, listen, let me go see what I can do. But guess what? Every time you tap into that energy, you're hurting yourself, brothers. Chasing women is hurting yourself, brothers. Chasing women is hurting yourself, bro. It's taking your energy. I'm telling you that right now. The most powerful man is the man that retains his energy. The man that holds on to his energy. That's the most powerful man, right? Understand that. And I would break that down a little bit more, but I'm going to do that in another show, right? Because we have to stop looking at all this fornication. It's ruining our mind, right? You can sit there for hours and look at women online, bro, and waste hours. Between that and looking at Instagram, you're losing yourself, right? And then we're not even going to talk about what you do afterwards with that stored up energy, and you lose it. You a lion. You a king. You know, king don't have to sit there and look at none of that. Because when you're really about your business, when you're really about your way, they will flock to you with so many women. And you know, I'm not the coldest dude. I'm not even gonna front, but I know I'm a king, right? So when they see me on my mission and my purpose, like they see me, a lot of them, they don't even come with that nonsense, because they already know I'm not finna take you out. I'm not finna waste my money playing around. We got business to do over here. If you ain't coming over here to the kingdom to help, if you ain't back here like this young lady helping out, you know, and making sure the camera rolling and making sure and all this, you ain't trying to build something like that, then move around. You know, because you got it too easy anyway by being able to get on the internet and get naked and get money. We can't get naked on the internet. Is that hating? That's the truth. Yeah, we can't get naked on the internet, but man, you know, come on, man. Let's be honest. Women these days, man, get on there looking like this and win. And win, right? But that's how it's set up, because then they don't need you. They don't need you. Women these days, they feel like they don't need no man. And I'm not going to really harp on that. And I'm not going to get into that because I'm trying to motivate. But I do want to say, women will come. Get on your mission. Because if you get with those women, you're going to be on their mission, right? If you stay on your mission, women will join your mission. Have you ever thought how a man can have 2 or 3, 4 or 5 women with him at all times? How can this dude have all these women with him? Right? It's because they see the light. They see the mission. They see somebody that's focused, getting up on their focus. Because if they see you getting up, rolling them crusty blunts, smoking that crusty, funky weed, then guess what? You're not going to have those women for long, because they're going to see somebody that really, really sparks something in them, right? That's chasing this bag, that's chasing that money, that's chasing a purpose, right? They're going to see that light, somebody that's eating right, and they're going to look back at you and you trying to roll up, or you trying to play whatever you trying to do, right? If it's not, woman wants to be with a man who got focus. A man who got focused, journey. You know, she want to help a lion. She want to help a real man. And you don't have to say you're a real man, because she's gonna know you're a real man when she enters into your circumference. You dig what I'm talking about? When she enters into your circumference. And y'all can call in too. This live. I'm going live all week. So, you know, I'm gonna move on. I just want to say, you know, stop chasing these women, brothers. And women, stop chasing these men, you know, because you're chasing the wrong ones anyway. You know what I mean? We know what you're chasing for, but the ones that you're chasing, you need to reevaluate that. Check this out. I want y'all to start creating, right? I want y'all to stop following. I want y'all to stop buying. What do you mean by that, J Mac? Hey, check this out. If you're going to buy Louis Vuitton, you're going to buy Gucci, you're going to buy any of these brands. Let's take it a step down. If you're going to buy True Religion, or, you know, Crown, you know, Chrome Hearts, or whatever. Guess what? Why don't you just make your own clothes? Right? And then you could turn that into a business. Let's stop buying these brands. Let's stop it right now. If you put that much in, you could put that much energy into making your own clothes. I got my own clothing brand coming simply because I want to wear my own stuff. I'm tired of giving my money to these people that do not care nothing about me. They don't care nothing about you. You're not going to see yourself in none of their ads. They're not donating to none of your causes. They can care less. And then when I found out they have the logo brand, so they got the cheap stuff with all the letters on it, because they know your fool self want to go be seen with the LV on you. You know, LV don't even move like that. You want to be seen with the big Gucci symbols, the huge ones all over. They don't even move like that. These people don't even move like that. But they buy for you. You go to the Gucci store now they have mannequins with the dreadlocks. They don't even move like that. They don't care nothing about that. That's the cheap one. That's why you see each one of those brands, they got 2 stores now. Gucci got 2 different stores now. Louis Vuitton got 2 different stores. If you go to the big places, you got to move around and see that. You got to go to your New Yorks. You got to come down to Miami. You got to go to Vegas to be able to see that they have 2 Louis stores. They got 2, because they don't want y'all in them stores anyway. Smelling like weed and all that. They don't want y'all in them stores. They don't want y'all in them stores. So now they got a whole nother store for y'all that's marketed directly to y'all with all the big garbage logos, all the Chinese made stuff. I'm just keeping it real. Shout out to the Chinese people. Y'all ain't did nothing to nobody. You know, we're going to link with y'all too, because I think that once we make a unified thing, and this is not racist, I'm just saying, and the black people make an alliance, I'm talking about us. We coming to China. We're coming to Japan to make an alliance with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all's Asiatic. Y'all part of us. So we can make an alliance and we can understand, you know, what's going on. Because a lot of Chinese people is crooks, you know what I'm saying, in a lot of different countries. But we can make an alliance. The Indian people, we can make an alliance. We could take the game over. So let's make an alliance. Our Indian people, Indian brothers, our Asian brothers, you understand me? Y'all got the manufacturing down pat. We got the designs. We know what's popping. You know, let's do this. Brother named Sai, S-A-I, he doing some big things with the shoes. Pick you out something. You know, pick you out something. I'm doing the jewelry and I'm about to do the glasses and the clothes too. You know, I do what I want to do. You know what I mean? Because I know what my people like. And we tired of wearing them whack designs. We not wearing no dresses. We not wearing no girl shirts. We not wearing no girls jewelry. So, take that Van Cleef off, because that's for women. You know what I mean? And come on, get you some James Mack, or find one of these black designers, or come on, help us bring some of them hundreds of thousands over here that y'all cashing out with Johnny and them, and help us create our own industries. That's what I'm not understanding. Now, if that's hating, I know it's not hating though. It's self-awareness. Let me move on. This is a deep one right here, right? This a real deep one. I want y'all to pay a close attention to this. Worship something higher than yourself. What do you mean by that, Matt? Worship something higher than yourself. Because as you can see, we live on a planet that's all measured perfectly. Everything is in alignment, right? Everything is in alignment. Everything works in a design. Even the human body, it works in a design, right? 2 eyes, 2 ears, your blood, everything on earth works in a design. Even a diamond is carbon, but it has atoms, protons and neutrons and electrons, and all these things circle each other to make what you see, a shiny stone. But that's not just a shiny stone. It's different elements. God is real. What is God? Who is God? Let's just say you can tap into God when you tap into yourself, when you truly, because you're made of the same thing. Everything we have around us is made of the same particles and energy. You know what I mean? So you can't truly change the way somebody think just by getting into a certain mind state and using certain breathing techniques. And I could turn your mind around. I can make you want to put me in position if I can get around you, right? And I can will you into my existence. I'm gonna show you exactly how I did it, right? I was like, I'm down here in Florida. I've been playing golf for a minute. Before all this new golf stuff, I've been on a golf course because I was so mad that we wasn't able to play golf in the beginning. And then when I went to the golf course, I didn't see no black people. And they would treat me kind of rough. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna learn how to play golf because I want to play better than the people who play golf. But as I started to, see different influencers and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, I know I can play better than these dudes. I know I played golf for a specific reason, and that was to make connections because I wanted to be on a golf course with these CEOs, which I have been, and these entertainers and things like that. But I also want to beat them because when you beat them at their own game, then they want to mess with you, right? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna get right, and this was before the pandemic. I'm gonna get right, and I'm gonna get into that world. So then all of a sudden, I started seeing DJ Khaled pop up, right? I'm like, okay. I know where he playing golf at. So, you know what I mean? I play golf at the same place, Miami Beach Golf Course, right? When I moved down here, I made it a conscious decision. I said, I'm going to go play golf at the richest, well, that's not the richest, but one of the most prestigious golf courses in Miami, right? Because I want to play with y'all because when we play together, then we start to build a community, right? Even if you racist, you're going to start to like me because you're going to be like, damn, that's a good shot. How did you learn how to play like that? And I'm like, okay, yeah, don't worry. I got you. You know what I mean? By the end of the round, you like, hey, well, call me. Cool. So I'm like, okay, I'm every day I go to the golf course, I'm channeling the energy. I'm like, you know what? I know I'm going to see Khaled. I know I'm going to see him. I'm channeling the energy. And then one day I was leaving the course, and there he was. And I was like, Khaled, you know what I'm saying? What's going on with you, brother, DJ Khaled? I'm like, I knew I was going to see you. Now, the energy was off because he feeling himself, right? And I'm like, man, I'm always thinking that God is going to do some miracle in my life, which he is. He have been. He does. You have to believe that too. But I'm always thinking the miracle could come from certain individuals. And maybe it just don't come in because I did see him. And quite frankly, if I was really on my P's and Q's, I should have had something ready for him at that because I knew I was going to see him. So I should have had something already ready, a watch design for him or some jewelry design for him. And it was able to present it to him, not necessarily give it to him, but tell him about it, show him, and ask him, could he purchase it? Because we got to stop giving away our stuff for free, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I should have done that, but I missed my cue. So what I'm saying is you can whip up something out of thin air, man. Miracles can happen as long as you believe in a higher power. You have to believe in a higher power. Me, myself, I believe in God, and I know God moves me in certain ways and puts me in certain positions for reasons. I'm here speaking to you right now for a reason. I'm in Miami for a reason. I'm in Charlotte for a reason. I was just in Las Vegas for a reason. And it don't have nothing to do with money, because when God wants you to be somewhere, he wants you to do something, he's going to make it happen. And I got to stop saying he, because energy, God is energy that can take on the form of man, woman, or anything, right? Who says this wall right here can't be God? If he wanted, if the energy wants to collect itself in that certain way, then you will never know, right? They're among us right now, right? So when you're thinking about being ready to give up, like I do sometimes, you know, throughout my career, when my store had been broken into, and 3 stores at a time broken into, and the protesters for George Floyd and broken my store, and I'm just like, what is, and stuff slow down now, and sales is hard to come by for the jury because I ain't really out there like that, you know, in these clubs and all that. But I believe in God, so I know that whatever he put on my heart is for me to do. Because people ask me, why you ain't coming out? You got to come out to the club. You got to go to Live on Sundays, man. But see, I know that if I put myself in the wrong environment, I'm going to attract the wrong people. And attracting the wrong people is already going down the wrong road. Because at the end of the day, you don't see David Yorm at no live. You don't see Bernard Arnault at no club. They on their private yachts. Why? Because they stayed focused. They wasn't all out. Yes, they was around their selected people because they move with a purpose, right? They move with intelligence, right? And I know, and we need to do the same thing because it's all built to extract money up out our pockets. But when you got the grace of God on your life and you move in a certain type of heavenly way, keeping your intentions good, knowing that I shouldn't get this person or I shouldn't get that person, blessings come back around to you. Because I'm telling you one thing, the energy you put out is the energy you get back in. So I purposely make it an effort to always try to do the right things. Even when I see a lick or I see something that I probably could take advantage of, the back of my mind is like, don't even do that because that's going to mess up your blessings in the future. Yeah, you can grab that little money right there, or you can do that, or you can do this, but then it's going to come back right back around to you. That's why you see people that's on evilness or people that's on robbery or licks or whatever, they never have nothing. You like, man, you did all them licks and you still don't got nothing. Because life give to the givers and take from the takers. And I'm going to let that life give to the givers and take from the takers. So if you keep taking, you ain't gonna never have nothing. Trust me on that. But if you keep giving, life gonna keep giving to you, right? So I never pass, unless it's on my spirit, I never pass a homeless person out in the streets or somewhere. Somebody asks me for some money that's down low, even if it's my last, okay, here, I know, because I may give you my last and 40,000 may walk through the door. But if I didn't give that to you, then that 40,000 would never came to me. Let's move on, because I don't want to hold y'all for too long. Y'all been with me here. Your light will open up doors. You know what I mean? Your light will open up doors. Your light. You have a light inside of you. You're an electric being. You have an aura that's seen but not seen by the human eye. We can see it, but we can't see it. We can feel it. We can smell it. Everywhere you go, anybody, right? It's being ingested. It's being inhaled. And for some people, when they feel your aura and your spirit and your light, they ain't scared. So you might go on these job interviews, or you might trying to get these positions and they don't want you to be a part of that. Why? Because they're scared. Because they see you coming through. You a being. And they know you're going to outshine them. They know you got way better ideals. They know you got way better leadership. And they can't handle that. They don't want that. So the easiest thing for them to do, since they're already in position, is just to say, no, we're looking to go in a different direction. We just picked another candidate. Why? They're going to pick somebody weaker than them. They're going to pick somebody they know is not a threat to who they are, because they have no creativity and no real true leadership. Right? And that's what we have. And that's light, man. We have light. So utilize your light purposely. You know what I'm saying? And the light comes with you doing the right thing, eating the right food so you can glow. You know, and when you glow, they know that you're the one. They know you talented. You feel it in the inside. I always felt that I was going to be rich and wealthy. I still feel that to this day. I go shopping for yachts, ain't got nowhere near no yacht money in my pocket. I go to the Bentley store, they probably think I'm fronting. I ain't taking no pictures. I'm not putting nothing on no Instagram. I'm just going to the Bentley store because I know one day I'm going to walk in that Bentley store and be like, let me get that one. You know what I mean? No cap. Let me get that one. But I got to know what I want. I want a blue Bentley with the peanut butter guts. I already know. You know what I mean? I want a Ferrari, a red one. You know what I mean? I want a modern style house, and I want a nice size 55-foot yacht. I already seen it. I already know. I go to the marina all the time, look at the yachts. I already see how I want it. You know, I want the one with the wood and the top and everything. I'm going to have that. It's just a matter of time. You know, I want a nice condo down here in Miami, something real slick where I can see the ocean and everything. I already seen a couple places. Am I qualified at the moment? No, I'm not. Sales been low a little bit, but I will be. That don't stop me from going, because everything that I said I'm going to do, for the most part, I accomplished it. I speak it into existence, right? So I say I'm gonna do something. When I first came to Miami, shout out to the fam, shout out to Big Tay, shout out to him. I had came to Miami before I came to this wedding, one of my homeboys' wedding. But when I was getting ready to come to the wedding, I was saying to myself, man, because I just believe that magical things happen at weddings. So I'm like, something gonna happen at this wedding good. I'm like, I'm something at this wedding is going to happen good. And that's why I just kept telling myself. So when I got here back to Miami, I was, we had partied the night before, and I was going to get some water because I was going to the wedding. So I was thirsty. I need some water. In the midst of that, I'm going through the Mary Brickell Village, and I see a space for lease. Now, my first thought is like last night when I was walking down the street by my hotel, I was saying, looking up at the buildings, like, I have to open a store in Miami. Miami is for me. I just love the vibe. I love the water. I love the palm trees most of all, because where I'm from, we didn't have palm trees. We had snow. That energy, when I first called the number, the guy, no matter how it worked out, because it was a successful move, the guy was like, oh, we would love to have you down here. Oh, senior. Because I was already prepared, right, on the journey, and I already had my ducks in a row. All I had to do was send my deck, paperwork, everything, tax returns, all this, everything is on point. That leaves them no other way but to say, you know what, you qualified. All right, come on with the money. And quite honestly, when I first signed up for the spot, I didn't have all the money. But I didn't let that stop me from signing up for the spot. I let my light shine. And the guy was like, you know what? Okay, well, you get your money, and while you getting your money together, we're going to give you the key so you can get started. That happened to me before. Just give me the key, and I ain't got the money yet. But they don't know I ain't got the money. And guess what? The Lord made a way. The money dropped. The money came. I was able to pay the money, and it came in abundance, right? Jobs start coming out of nowhere. I'm like, man, this is crazy. I'm making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Wow. And I made it happen, right? And my light shine, and I met some people that introduced me to some other people, and my light shine, and it's still shining right now. I'm in Miami right now, right? Everything didn't work out like I thought it was going to work out, but it worked out the way it was supposed to work out, right? Everything worked out for a reason. So that's what I'm telling you. Let your light shine. If you got a temporary job right now, if you working, if you doing whatever you doing, get back in school and let your light shine. Get your craft together and let your light shine. Turn on this internet, turn off watching people, and turn on your own self. Turn up. Because I just got to the point where I'm sick of watching all these dudes come up from nothing. Wallow get out of jail, or whatever his name is. Yeah, Wallow. You got other dudes doing the comedy, acting a fool, coming up. Yo, I'm personally not about to keep watching people come up off this internet. Live streaming, people making millions, Kai, all this here. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? It's just that simple. Turn your camera on. I don't care if you ain't got nothing to talk about, because the most people we watching, they ain't talking about nothing anyway. And every time I talk to somebody, they like, J Mac, you need to turn your camera on. You need to talk to people about that. So I'm turning my camera on because it don't make sense not to. I finally made it to 500 subscribers. That's not a lot, but that was hard work. I'm gonna touch one more subject. I got a comment that says people give up because they see others on social media. And that's true. That's where a lot of depression is coming from right now. That's where a lot of hopelessness is coming from. Because we didn't have that when we was coming up, right? You had to see somebody really pull up in a brand new car. You had to see somebody really come out with the jury, really pull the money out. Nowadays, people can say, let me borrow your money for a second. Let me sit in your car real quick and snap a picture. And I'm on the other end like, oh man, so-and-so having it, man. How is he doing it? He ain't doing it. He making it look like he doing it. And that's in turn making you feel like you're not doing nothing. When ultimately you should be focused on what you're doing And the social media is for just to keep it. It's a good way to keep a record of what you've accomplished at the moment. That's how I look at it. That's why I keep posting, because as I look at my timeline on Instagram, James Mac Miami, or Epic Times Jewelry Store, or even if you go on YouTube and you look back in the day, I look at that stuff sometime and I'm like, man, you came a long way. And when I first started my career in the retail industry in 2004, we didn't have none of this. So I can't. Only thing I could show you is some old pictures that I gotta find at mom's house and try to post those of when we had the plug and we had shoe stores and all this here in 2005, 2006, and 2004 when I opened my first store. So that's what it needs to be used for. Not for you to get depressed and look at DC Young Fly and all these people, because you don't know what they going through. You don't know if that's real. That's what we living in. This is artificial intelligence. They decide who they want to blow up. If they say, you know what, we finna blow Jay back up today. I mean, not blow me up, but we finna make him popular. We finna make him viral. They could take this one live right now and spin it 20 million times, and you gonna watch it because it's gonna come across your timeline. But if they decide not to do that, then they're not gonna do that. They're gonna give me my little old 5 or 6 little views or 10 views or whatever. Now it's on me with the repetition to keep going and say, you know what, I'm not worried about them, because I know, just like I know on this broadcast right here tonight, that I'm touching somebody's life. And while that's being said, I want to put in the ether and the essence to keep going, man. Tap in with me. You can tap in with me. I'm on the rise, and you need to be on the rise too. That's why I named it Prosper with James Mack. I want you to prosper with me, man. By the end of this year, I want to have a party with all the people who support me. I support them. We just gonna have a party, because we have to have some recognition, man, for the people that's the underdogs, the people that's really trying out there. I'm with you all the way, man. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it. I'm gonna close this little video out, man. I don't want to get y'all tired, because I want y'all to come back, because I'm doing it tomorrow too, man. I'm going. My goal is for the rest of the week, I'm going live and see what that do, man. Can I get some of my people on deck with me? Can y'all call in? What's popping? Like I said, the Chinese people going every day, going live 24/7, and they making millions. They top streamers. They don't look like nothing. They ain't doing nothing. Kai, they laughing. He made his way up to all stars coming in his crib. He's still working with the TV and the video game and all this here. And he got stars and all this. That's that brother light. I can't hate on that. See what I'm saying? I can't hate. That brother light shines. What's my light? Because my light and your light is going to attract other people. We might get Hulk Hogan off in this joint. You know what I'm saying? We might get somebody that's attracted to our light. It may not be them. It may be the persons that is attracted to our light. Right? We might have Beyonce in this joint. We may have Jay-Z in this joint. Somebody don't know interviews. We might have Kyle. I might see him again. He might have a change of heart because I willed him to have a change of heart. I willed him to mess with me because he see my light. He feel my spirit. And that's what you got to do. I'm going to give up off this little broadcast, man. But I want to say everybody that's tuned in, man, thanks for tuning in. Get ready to check in with me because we're about to go hard. Harder, should I say. And it's no cap, man. Check out the Mac files. I think I'm gonna do the Mac files tomorrow because we need to touch on, women and men and all this year. Well, we need to touch on women. But men need to pay attention. And with that being said, man, I'm gonna close this little video out, man. Love, peace, love. You know what I mean? And tap back in, man, because I'm giving out light, man. I'm giving out light. And I know this gonna get to some places that's dark. And I know it's gonna get to some places where it need to get, man. It's all love, man. I'm out.